Hello guys, this is NASCAR Racing Fan 2015 back with our NASCAR review, and we have some big silly season news. I recorded this video earlier when they announced Ryan Blaney to the Wood Brothers, to Team Penske. But then we got more information, as obviously the news. It started off, Brad Keselowski signed an extension with Team Penske. He signed a multi-year extension to stay in the number 2 Miller Lite Ford, and that's a good move for him. I don't think he should have left the team like everyone was saying. So, that's good for. I think it's also good for the whole the organization as a whole. I think to keep Brad Keselowski. Joey Logano stays in the 22 with Shell Pennzoil. So, with that was announced on Tuesday. On Wednesday, oh boy, we got a ton of announcements regarding. We have the entire Penske affiliated lineup revealed for the 2018 season. So Ryan Blaney is going to the number 12 car. Yes, it is happening, as Ryan Blaney is going to move to a third Team Penske car in 2018, as he will be in the same house as Brad Keselowski and Joey Logano. So Ryan Blaney, he started out in the Truck Series driving for BK Racing, and he barely got any Xfinity starts before they put him in the 21 car at Wood Brothers, and now he is at Team Penske. So what do I think about that move? I think that it is a good move. Team Penske, I think, has been destined to expand because they've had two good cars. They had the 2 and the 22. Logano isn't doing that good this year, but if you look at it, Ryan Blaney has done really well in the Wood Brothers, and Keselowski has had 2 wins, and he's doing fairly well. So I think that, Penske has certainly had speed over the years, and not as much speed this year, but they're still a competitive team, and that is always great. So, yeah, Ryan Blaney, and so they haven't announced anything on sponsorship for the 12 team, and so I feel like sponsorship is the reason why he's moving up, because I feel like to me it's still kind of weird that Ryan Blaney ran at the Wood Brothers car and now he's going to Team Penske. I just wish some of these teams would do that right away, where they'd put a guy like, of course, Chase Elliott. They put him when a spot opened up at Hendrick. They put Suarez in when a spot opened up at Gibbs. However, I don't want to see where Eric Jones, where he forces Matt Kenseth out. That was one of the worst decisions I've ever seen a team make, is force out a top driver, a guy who's still competing well at the top level. I get if it's if Casey Kane got kicked out, he hasn't made the playoffs in years. Well, now he's going to make it because of his Brickyard win. So I don't think they should kick him out, but if someone wasn't performing, then go ahead and do it. But Matt Kenseth, he's made the chase and playoffs every year, and he's probably going to make it this year if we don't get another winner. So it's just stupid that they're kicking him out like that. But Team Penske's done the right thing. And, as much as I hate, I wish they would just move Blaney to Penske, but I guess that's the new trend, because Blaney had to run the 21, Eric Jones had to run the 77 and then go to the 20. And Ty Dillon is probably going to run the 13 for a while before he goes to the 20. He might go to the 27 in 2018. We'll have to see. He has to find sponsors, though, which he lost. Wesco left, which was, I thought they were going to move up. Bass Pro still with him, but yet they're going to stick with the 78 car. And then I think he had Yingling, they left. And then he has, I think, a couple random sponsors, which probably won't stick around long. So I don't know if Ty Dillon will go up to RCR yet. But anyways, so now who's going to sponsor Ryan Blaney? There's a couple options. I'm thinking that if he gets there's one scenario. I think he could get Verizon as a primary sponsor. Verizon has big ties with the IndyCar program. They have, I think they sponsor the 12th IndyCar, and then I think they sponsor the 2 car. Or I know they sponsored another car too, at some point. But so they sponsored an IndyCar, and they also sponsored these series. So I wouldn't be surprised if they move up and sponsor Ryan Blaney. How cool would that be? I mean, and plus Ryan Blaney is a big guy on social media. That'd be a big way to market Verizon with, and really I think that'd be a game changer for NASCAR too. Like like they could really incorporate social media maybe with Ryan Blaney and Verizon. I mean, they had that with Sprint, but they just couldn't. It was mainly just ads and like cell phone plans. They never really used social media, I don't think, to its advantage. So I like to see and I'd like to see like a silver Verizon car. Man, that would look awesome. Like seeing like a silver number 12 Ryan Blaney. Oh gosh, that'd be cool. Please do that. Penske, Verizon, please sponsor Ryan Blaney. And now the one issue with Verizon, however, is they were supposed to move up with Justin Allgaier to the 12 car. I believe, trying to remember what happened to the 12. I think, gosh, I have to look up my history. I forget what they did with the 12 car in 2009. Whenever Ryan Newman left. I'm gonna look that up. See what happened. Okay, so apparently, yeah, they used in 2009. I think David Stremme was their driver, and mainly they were just I'm gonna look up the paint schemes. They have a Star Trek car. Let's see what other sponsors they have. Oh, they were just mainly ran by Penske. I feel like that car probably was axed eventually. I don't know. But I don't think I guess they didn't have much sponsors in 2009. And then 2010, Brad Keselowski ran the whole season basically unsponsored. And I don't think he had Verizon. He had a red car though, which could have symbolized like that. And like even the colors of the car kind of looks, that probably was what was going to happen, was Verizon was going to sponsor that car. That's what I think what was going to happen. But it turns out that didn't happen. And in 2010, yeah, they did that. And then 2011, they axed the car. So the main issue is Verizon could have something against NASCAR. Because now remember, Verizon, it seemed like they sounded like they were having issues with NASCAR, because NASCAR, I believe, kicked them out whenever Sprint came in. They kicked out AT&T, and now they want nothing to do with NASCAR. Now with Verizon, who knows? They could possibly come back, but it would take a lot. So I don't know. But however, if that doesn't, if somehow they can't. I feel like it might be a car with just an alternate amount of sponsors. Team Penske has a bunch of relationships. They can find a sponsor. They have, they have PPG Paints, Snap-on Tools, SKF, and then they could obviously bring like Fitzgerald. They have, what other sponsors do they have? They have, trying to remember what other sponsors they have. Oh yeah, Alliance, Worth, AAA. Like they could, like maybe Shell Pennzoil and Miller Lite could both extend their contracts on those, and then they could just run the third car with a couple different sponsors. But I feel like that won't happen. I think it either might be Verizon or possibly Discount Tire. They could possibly get rid of that 22 car, especially NASCAR is trying to put a further ban on guys in the. They're trying to further prevent guys in the Xfinity Series or in the Cup Series running Xfinity. So we could possibly see Discount Tire move up with Team Penske, sponsor the whole season, and then possibly run the other sponsors on the 22 car for like a limited amount of races. It depends, but yeah, I mean Ryan Blaney, I'm just going to talk about Ryan Blaney, he has really had a great season. I mean, he's been inconsistent, and that's been the thing about this team. But he won the race at Pocono, and he beat Kyle Busch. I'm sure he had fresh tires, but he passed Kyle Busch, and then he held off Kevin Harvick. Talk about two of the best in the business, and it's an interesting rookie rivalry with Ryan Blaney and then Chase Elliott, because Chase Elliott has been more of a consistent driver. I mean, he really hasn't had that many. He had Chicagoland, and he had, I think, Michigan twice to win, and he just couldn't close the deal on either one. Chicagoland really wasn't his fault because the pit crew coughed up for the 10th billionth time. He possibly could have won if he would have been fourth, but I don't know. He could have choked that up too. But he's been very consistent this season. But meanwhile, Ryan Blaney has been inconsistent, but he's had speed. He's had something that Chase Elliott really hasn't had. He's been able to win. He won a race. He has had faster cars. And, he did good at Kansas. He had Texas. I think he's had slightly more speed at times than Chase Elliott, but Chase Elliott has been more consistent than Ryan Blaney. So, be interesting to see where this goes in future years, which one fans out to be better. It's kind of like maybe Kyle Larson versus also Kyle Larson and Austin Dillon, where Kyle Larson is proved to be a breakout star. Austin Dillon has just been like quietly there. So, and then it'll be interesting to see like with Eric Jones and Suarez. I feel like Eric Jones might be the one that wins more races, but in the long run, Suarez will be the one that probably wins a championship and probably has more success. So, yeah, but we'll have to see. So, anyways, yeah, the Paul Menard at Wood Brothers was announced, but I'm probably going to make a separate video on that. I also have to make about, because I'm going to have to also talk about what's going to happen to RCR. So, I'll save that for next week. And just one more thing. Like I said, I'm sorry, guys, about the Bubba Wallace video. I know you guys voted on it, but I don't know if I'm going to do it. I might just wait until something's announced. If he doesn't get a ride, then I'll make a video, but we'll see. I'm doing this once a week, and I just don't have time. I'm trying to keep a consistent schedule, and there's really only time for one NASCAR view a week, so. And then I still have to do playoff prediction, or like who's going to make the playoffs. I probably won't have to, that'll be probably not until until 3 races left, which will suck. But good for Ryan Blaney. Wish it would have happened sooner, but it's good that they're expanding. So that's the end of the video, guys. So if you're give it a like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, subscribe to more videos. NASCAR Racing Fan 2015, signing out.